Dave.
Jim.
You like XCOM,
Loved
right?
XCOM.
You know what? That surprised me. I don't know why. It just didn't seem like a very Dave Scammell game.
Surprised even myself, Jim.
Right, so... yeah, well, it surprised me too, because I'm shit at strategy. I mean, I'm just shit at everything, let's face it. It's becoming a fucking running theme.
I disagree, Jim. I think you're great. I think you're wonderful, Jim.
You and Brat used to love XCOM back in the day, and I think I got into it. I bought the PS3 version for like a $5, like ages after it came out. I was like, fuck, this is a bit good.
I played it on console. It's a game that you would be surprised... You wouldn't think it would work on console. Yeah. Surely, you're going to play XCOM, you're going to play it on PC.
Oh, totally.
But no, the original XCOM worked very well on console. They got the controls absolutely spot on. It was buggy. Yeah. It had a couple of big problems with it.
Did you play the 360 version?
Yeah.
Yeah. I played the PS3 version and see the pop-in on that. Fuck me.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad.
But it still was fine.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It holds up. So. Yeah, it really holds up. But, so that was a very kind of classic XCOM setup, because I remember playing the original games, like back in the 90s on an Amiga.
Yeah. And
it was very like, your clandestine organisation fighting the aliens, and, it was very standard, fair. But XCOM 2 comes along, follows on 20 years after the end of the original game, an ending I never got to, by the way, because I was terrible at it. After like the first couple of times my entire fucking squad was obliterated, I think I never went back to it. The running theme is I'm bad at XCOM, but I love it. I mean, how can you not love it? The whole, the B-movie aliens and the upgrade trees and the technology and sort of the fucking ridiculous kind of cartoon melodrama of it. It's brilliant. XCOM 2 flips it on its head a little bit, because...
really?
Yeah.
See, I've not really followed XCOM 2 as much as I loved the first one. I saw it was like a sort of gameplay walkthrough, a demo at E3 last year, about 10 minutes long, and it seemed like they were going for bigger production values. It was a little bit more cinematic than I remember the original being.
Yeah, I would say maybe a bit more cinematic. Yeah, it seems a bit more...
in there.
A lot more lavish cutscenes, I think. Yeah, I mean...
But like mid-game, sort of, not cutscenes, but the camera angle would swoop down and show you what's going on in the level.
Oh, yeah. There's more of... I mean, the original did have, like, story elements and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I say original, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
The last
XCOM,
one.
The last one, yeah. But this one does seem to have more of an emphasis on the narrative. There's lots of cutscenes that you get chucked into, and it's that kind of weird first-person cutscene thing,
right?
Like they did in the first one. It feels different. Like the tenor of it is shifted. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty much the same. There's new enemy types and there's new equipment and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But the real kind of basics of movement and cover and Overwatch and all that kind of stuff, that's all present and correct.
Yeah.
Some bits and pieces have been expanded on. Pretty much the same game, but like on a kind of higher level. It's got a very different kind of tenor to it, because spoilers.
Oh, Jim, why?
Look, no, this is established like right from the get-go, okay? And I'm pretty sure the info's already out there, but you're a resistance organisation this time. You're not government-backed, worldwide, anti-alien...
Not sure I knew that.
...fighting squad, right? You're, I mean, the idea of this is that they've won, like...
Right, okay.
And they've been in charge for a long time. I'm not going to go into that.
The aliens won?
The aliens are.
Okay, yeah.
XCOM is still around. They're still fighting the aliens, but the odds are very much stacked against them now.
Right.
So, you've gone from being fucking Navy SEALs to essentially being terrorists. So that's the setup, and it changes the rules of the game, I guess, because you feel a lot more desperate than you did in the first one. And you feel like there's a lot more at stake, even though in the first one, like, there was the
first one was super intense as well.
It was really intense. It was really bleak, and there's like, something's coming to wipe everyone out, but you still felt like you were kind of
in charge.
Yeah, it felt a bit gung-ho. It felt like, you were swinging your fucking rifle bag around, and with this one, it's just like, oh, we're already fucked. Like, now it's an unfucking exercise, right? And it's hard to unfuck something. On a narrative level, there's a very obvious difference, and that kind of affects the way you go about things, I think. There's a more emphasis on staying in shadows as long as you can as well, to set up ambushes.
Right.
There's certain characters that can stay in the shadows even when the rest of the squad is revealed. Stealth coming into play there as well.
I just love these cover-based strategy games. Like, I loved Company of Heroes, and I know that's a different, like, that's real-time rather than turn-based, like XCOM. But there's something about them. I don't know what it is. It's something about getting your men into position and then getting the drop on. the opposing team.
There is there's something so satisfying about it. And it's like
Full Spectrum Warrior. Did you ever play that?
No, I never played
that was amazing as well. But
I remember the advert.
Similar concept.
I remember the advert for that used to play like in the commercial breaks on Star Trek Voyager on Sky. And
but they weren't good enough to make you want to buy it.
When Voyager went to a commercial break, it was like sponsored by Full Spectrum Warrior. So that's all I know.
Bring that back. That was amazing.
But yeah, no, there is. Like, I'm not really into strategy at all. Certainly not real time.
What made you want to give this a go?
Well, I think it's just because everyone loved it, and people loved it that I didn't think would love it. So I got it, saw it cheap, and I was like, well, I'll pick it up then. And I was like, fuck, this is fucking brilliant. But it's also kicking the shit out of me. So I think that's why I ultimately stopped playing it and moved on to something else. But, you know, for that sort of 20 hours until I got my ass fucking handed to me was multiple times was amazing. So this is very much in the same vein. I want to try and get much more obsessed with this. I want to try and, like, you know, make people in it that I know. I might make a video gamer crew, because people do that, right?
That was a big part of it. I named my XCOM crew after people I knew,
we
and then I was like, oh no, they're dead. They're totally dead.
How many tweets have you got from people going, oh, you've just died in your squad, Dave?
I've not got it from this one. I did get it from the last one.
Oh, I got it from the last one all the time. I got it from the last one before is that out? You know,
yeah,
because I wasn't working here then. I didn't have any reason to keep up to speed with things, but it was weird. But yeah, obviously people who like that are going to fucking love this.
Is it better than the first one?
You know what? I think it is.
Just a more polished version of...
I think it's more polished. I think it's more dramatic. And I think it's more accessible. It feels more accessible at the moment.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to say like it's easier, because I don't think it is easier. It's not the sort of... It eases you in.
Yeah.
I don't remember the first game really easing you in. I remember the first game being like a few sort of tutorial missions that were a piece of piss, and then you just got thrown into the deep end and you were just fucked.
Yeah.
With this, it feels like there's actually a sort of gradual shift into the harder stuff, and you can I can figure out how to get past certain situations. I feel like I'm learning this time. Last time I was kind of stumbling around and shitting my pants. And I think this time, maybe it's just maybe it's just age, maybe it's just experience, but I feel like this one is perhaps, like, if you haven't played anything like this, it might have a better chance of grabbing you. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I really can't wait to play a lot more of it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a go as well, Jim. But yeah, totally not the sort of game that I thought I would enjoy. Not these days, anyway.
There's no bloody cars in it for a start, Dave.
When I was a kid, I used to love strategy games, but recently I've sort of... I've left them behind, I guess. As a lot of the industry seems to have done, a lot of the main AAA industry seems to have done. But looking forward to this one a lot.